So today we wanted to talk about the newest grind added to the game, the mutant cell system. And the reason we wanted to talk about this is because it's even worth it. The reason we are doing this video is because we play as a duo. And when we are grinding in this game, a lot of times one of us is getting whatever we are grinding for really easy, and the other person is basically getting nothing. In this case, with the mutant cells, I was the lucky one. I got, I think, around one mutant cell box, like a spoils box, per hour. And Mr. here wasn't really lucky at all.
It doesn't matter to me whether I got this or not. It really wouldn't matter to me whatsoever, because honestly, I'm not really playing the game that much. The little bit of grind I did for these mutant cells is the most I played this game probably in the last 2 months, no joke. Aside from a few videos we were doing with some, just kind of covering an update, that was about it. So, I honestly don't care, but I did grind for it, we did grind for it, and we did roughly 5.2 hours. Roughly 5.2 hours. Now, we were in the game for more, but 5.2 hours of actually playing the Sigma sector, you know, from beginning to end, of chances of getting it. You might say it's not very long. Well, I don't live in the game. I'm never going to live in the game. I don't live in the game. This was over like 3, 4, 5 days. That's just the amount of time I had to dedicate to it. 5.2 hours of playtime. But basically, I got one mutant cell, is what I'm trying to say. I got one mutant cell in 5.2 hours. So I have 828 fission, whatever that is. I got 828 of that material in the 5.2 hours of grinding. Okay, 828. So I figured that I was averaging probably 8 per mission. I was averaging about 8 fission per mission, sometimes more, sometimes less, but about average, which means we did roughly 104 missions probably. We did probably roughly 104 missions. We were averaging around 3 minutes per run, maybe a little bit over, sometimes a little bit less, depending on what run we had. 104 missions, that came out to about 5.2 hours of actual playtime. Again, I already said it. So, one mutant cell in 5.2 hours of grinding for it. That's disrespectful to my time. That it doesn't make me mad I didn't get it. It's disrespectful to my time in the 5% chance. It's ridiculous. I'm happy that some people are getting it, but there's a lot of people like me that aren't getting it. And it's not even that big of a deal. It's not even a huge thing. It's honestly not even worth it. It 100%, in my opinion, is not worth it at all. 100% not worth it. What I think, and I guess you could talk about this because I've been talking a long time, is because it just ticks me off. It ticks me off that this is what they're trying to do. And I've seen some people say it, and I would have to agree. I would have to agree. You want to disagree all you want. Get all raged up in the comments. It ain't going to affect me at all. But I think what I've seen some people saying is that it's to push numbers and get people to do this, to say, hey, you know, it's whatever. And maybe they're pulling it from Season 3. Maybe they're, you know, it's just something they want to make the chance of getting it so abysmal for most people just to keep you engaged until Season 3 comes, because it keeps getting pushed back. And then the season Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, mid-season, all this crap.
Some mess.
Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. That's how I feel about it. It's stupid. I already said that I think that it's going to get easier. We already mentioned this. This is just a reiteration of it, that I think when Season 3 comes out, they're going to increase the drop rate. They're going to
maybe even buff the mutant cells, so it's worth it.
Maybe even give you more, you know, whatever. It's going to be easy, because I always do that. And then there'll be some other stupid system that's really impossible to do in Season 3. So it's just stupid. It's gotten to the point of stupid for me.
Can add into your commentary, here we have like the two ends of the spectrum. I got extremely lucky getting at least one box per hour, so I have a total of 5 mutant cells, and you got the other end of the spectrum where you are getting really unlucky and you got one in those 104 missions. It's not just you, or it's not just me. I've seen in the forums, I've seen people complaining, saying that they have been grinding for 5-10 hours and they only have gotten one. And since they have been spending so much time, they're not even sure if the mutant cells is that good, or they're thinking it's that good because they want to believe it's good because they wasted 12 hours of their life trying to get a mutant cell. So it's kind of like a placebo effect. You get the people that are really unlucky, the people that are really lucky, but I don't see the middle that much. I don't see the people that are kind of okay, but they're not getting the best either. I don't know. I think the idea that they are forcing you into the Sigma sector with this new system just to show numbers could be true, but it could be conspiracy too. But it's ridiculous. Whatever it is, I think at the end of the day, it's still ridiculous. And a lot of people are saying, and I agree 100%, there is no content in the game right now that requires you to grind that much, because you can beat everything in the game with a budget build or a half finished build. So why you will put yourself into hours of grind for something that doesn't seem to be that good when you don't even need it? Because at least the cores for the weapons, they kind of force you into needed that when they are at the 20 to 30 levels in the Void Purge, because skills didn't work. So at least that grind was bad for me, but at least it made sense. The only thing I can think is, like you said, they are running out of ideas, they are worried about their numbers, they keep pushing back the Season 3, so they are giving us stuff that maybe are not done, or maybe they are part of a bigger thing, just to keep the player base engaged.
The only thing that I could see, what I could see them doing, and honestly, I really do believe it's to, I don't necessarily believe that it's just to push numbers into the Sigma sector to say, hey, to show the people that care from Nexon that, hey, they're engaged, they like what we're doing. They're over in the Sigma sector grinding it. See, our numbers went up and stuff like that. Yeah, because you forced them. You literally forced them into that place. I don't necessarily believe that. I have seen some people saying it, I already mentioned. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't want people to get that wrong. I don't necessarily believe it, but I do think, and this is why I think that system's there, I think, yes, it is there to keep the grind going. If that percentage was above 5, you would get it and you'd be done in a day or two. You know, you'd be done. They want to keep you with that until their next update, until the next season in July happens. But what I do think, because this are the mutant cells worth it? No, not at all. I don't believe it. I think it's stupid. I think it's a waste of time. I think there's so many other things I could do, or players could be doing with their time, than grinding for a mutant cell that gives you a minor buff, basically. But what I think could make it worth it eventually is, we know we have connection points on the arcade tuning, and I guess that's not here yet. You can't really do anything with it. Some people have said that they believe that that might be for the future, maybe different trees or connecting you to a different whatever. If that's the case, and we get more trees, you would have to assume there's probably going to be more mutant cells that'll be in those trees too. So overall, if you can connect those trees with more mutant cells, yeah, then it might matter. Then it could matter and might be worth it. But you'd have to also assume, again, coming back to it, that they're probably going to nerf it and make that percentage much better, and maybe you get more. Or just, I don't know, reduce the stupid penalties of grinding for it. They're probably going to make it easier, and then it wouldn't be a big deal. But right now, no. I don't believe it's worth it. In the future, I could see that being, maybe being worth it then.
Yeah, guys, if you're watching this video, check the date you're watching it, because if you're watching this video way later, maybe the mutant cells are like, whoa, you really need them. Or maybe there is even content like new Colossus or new modes that will require you to be a tiny bit stronger. But as right now we are recording this video at the end of May of 2025, we just got them a few days ago in the update. I don't think it's worth your time unless you are bored of your mind and you have nothing else to do and you don't want to play any other games. So that's how we feel, guys. Now it's your turn to tell us how you feel about this new system, how lucky you are getting or unlucky. Thank you so much for watching.